Hello Internet, welcome to another episode of Bazzle Spot Live. Just a few things before we do get started. We have got a very interesting team to use today though. But yeah, literally a significant chunk of my evening has been spent trying to get this capture card working. So, I'm going to try and record a few videos to put up over the next 2 weeks with this team, but fails, it fails. I'm not sure I can persevere with this capture card for too much longer because, it is literally taking me hours to try and get it working, which sounds stupid, but it really does. But it's working for now, and I'm going to hope that it does stay working. The other thing is, if anyone's got any spare capture cards, and, they're willing to send them to me, then let me know. The DS is going out now, so I'm sure there's lots of unused ones lying around. But the other thing is, since I did start uploading a couple of weeks ago, I kind of lost like 100 subscribers. Where people obviously thought, who's this person that I was subscribed to? Let's just unsubscribe. So please, please give me your support. Subscribe if you haven't. Please share the videos, like them, comment on them, whatever helps me out. I'm not sure how YouTube works exactly, but try and help me out, please, just so that my subscriber number can actually go up a little bit. But this is the team that I used in the Bristol regional, which was probably the best major tournament for me this year. It still didn't go, perfectly for me. I went 4-2, finished 17 on resistance. But I quite like the team. It has got some big holes in it, but it's quite a fun team, and it's quite a Barry team as well, as you'll see. Like almost every Pokemon on this team has got a bit of a trick to it. So we'll see how we go with it. It does lose to Rayquaza, especially Assault Vest Rayquaza. I am very weak to that. So if we see a Rayquaza, we've got to try and overcompensate for that in some way. But otherwise, there are some nifty things on this team, and I hope you'll enjoy watching me use it because. Oh, we don't want Cantu. That's that annoying first generation music, isn't it? Because it's different. And actually, the Lunala on this team is a choice scarf. I'll tell you already. And this team was built, a while before Scarf Lunala became a thing. So I'm only just showing it to you now, though. This team. So hopefully we'll be able to find an opponent. Oh, there we go. Ginkgo Sora from Japan. With a Rayquaza. Oh, actually, that's the okay. So very topical moment. That's the team that won the Japanese national, I believe. So I should know what it does, but I don't. I know that the Solgaleo is very bulky and adamant. I can't remember that Rayquaza's item, and that would be very helpful to know. I think the Finny is that Guardian of Alola Finny. I'm sure someone actually sent me the paste for it, so I'll see if I can. I'm just going to be cheeky, and I'm just going to see if I've actually got the team. Okay, not in my team builder. Okay, well, we'll just go into it, sort of half blind then. But, okay, we do have to watch out for that Rayquaza. That is going to be an issue for us. Ooh. Okay, so I think we will go with Kangaskhan and Breloom. Good old Breloom. I think we do want. Oh, we want too many Pokemon here, don't we? See, I want Groudon and Lunala and Tapu Lele, but we can't have all of them. So we're not going to go with Lunala in this game. Which probably is going to be a mistake, actually, but we'll see how this works out. I mean, fingers crossed it does for us, but we'll see. So yeah, look out for all of the movesets on my Pokemon because there's some I think they're pretty cool sets. I mean, you can just tell looking at. Oh, it's both there is restricted Pokemon, sorry. You can just tell looking at this team that someone like me built it. He has got Coco and he has got Finny, so one of them could very easily just switch in. But I mean, okay, I could just fake out the Solgaleo and spore the Rayquaza. That would be somewhat safe. Because worst case scenario is they just get a switch into their Finny or Coco there, and the Solgaleo's been flinched. So yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. So let's Mega Evolve, and knowing the item on that Rayquaza would be so handy. But I just can't remember. I think it might be Assault Vest. I'm going to fake out the Solgaleo, and I'm just going to spot the Rayquaza, and we'll see what happens. That Solgaleo, I'm pretty sure, hasn't got much speed in it, so maybe we'll see. This is probably Finny or Coco coming in. Yeah, so we'll see. But, at least Finny is weak to grass. But we'll see now maybe who is faster, Breloom or Solgaleo, because I'm pretty sure that's a fairly slow Solgaleo. I think that's is that a said move on Solgaleo? See, I mean, obviously, if you're gonna enter a big tournament like Worlds or whatever, you will do your research on teams like this, well-known teams like this. And we did see that Breloom was faster than Solgaleo there as well too, which is nice. Now, the Finny has probably got a berry. I did bring Lele in the back, so I'm thinking I've got options here. I can maybe Frustration and Bullet Seed into the type of Finny, or maybe Helping Hand Bullet Seed into the type of Finny. Or I could bring Lele in and Spore one of them. And actually, I think I am going to do that. I'm going to bring in Lele, and I'm going to Spore the Solgaleo there, because we did see Breloom was faster. The Finny might just be going for an Icy Wind here, or they might be going for a Guardian of Lola maybe into Tapu Lele. My options to hit his Solgaleo are literally really only my Groudon, since I didn't bring... Okay, since I didn't bring Lunala. So, although Solgaleo is asleep here, it can wake up next turn, and it does threaten both these Pokemon. Breloom, as always, is Focus Sash. But, I mean, hopefully you're looking at the bottom screen down there too, because there's some pretty nifty moves. I really like this Breloom, actually. I really like the Kangaskhan too. I do like this team. Like, it's got some very interesting things in it, but it does have some weaknesses. I would not use this in a big tournament coming up. Let's see. So we're Moonblasting the Rayquaza. He doesn't really have many switch-ins to, or any switch-ins really to Moonblast. But I'm just thinking if I maybe double into the Rayquaza, just in case Finny comes out again. Okay, brilliant. So we might be getting a knockout here on Finny. One of the downsides to Breloom now is that Bullet Seed obviously is a multi-hit move. Lots of Pokemon have these 50% berries, and wow, that did very little. That did nothing. Why did that Moonblast do nothing? That's mad. I hope I've got investment in my Lily. But yeah, 3 hits. And Solgaleo stays asleep. Okay. I'll take that. So Finny normally don't have Protect. I can just knock it out. But his Solgaleo is either going to be going, maybe not a Trick Room, because he's got Rayquaza in the back. Maybe he's just going to be trying to get the knockout on Lele here. Or maybe he's going to try and get the knockout on Breloom, because I mean that is the thing that's giving him some pain here. I have got a Skill Swap on this Lele, so I could Skill Swap and get my terrain back, but I'm not sure what that really does give me. So I think we'll try and just chip away at this Solgaleo. Unfortunately, so I have got a low sweep on this Brilliant. Unfortunately, it's 5 base power higher for Technician to pick it up. And Solgaleo has got its full metal body, so it's not going to be getting its speed reduced here. But chip damage is nice. Chip damage, because it is a very bulky Solgaleo, I'm pretty sure this one. Might put it in range of one of my Groudon's attacks. Solgaleo does stay asleep as well here. So who does he want to bring out now? We've only seen Rayquaza. It's Incineroar. Okay, well that's interesting. Because I would have thought he would have been trying to cycle Intimidates with his Finny. But there's Tapu Lele's item being activated. The question is, does he Trick Room? I mean, he could Trick Room now, just because he's seen that I'm Adrenaline on my Lele. Else I could just double protect, and then next turn skill swap and Spore. I've got Groudon and Kangaskhan in the bag. I think I am just going to double protect here, and hope he doesn't Trick Room. I think this Solgaleo does have Trick Room. I think it does. But if it just attacks, then we can skill swap and Spore either of them, because I think the Solgaleo is due to wake up here. And he does just attack. Okay, fantastic. I'm glad he just attacked there. What I could do here, I could skill swap and maybe Spore the Incineroar, but then I'm losing my Lele and maybe losing answers to his Rayquaza, which I did say was a big issue. But I have still got Kangaskhan at full health in the back, and Groudon can still obviously hit it for some damage. So would losing Lele be the worst thing here? So I am going to skill swap. And Spore. I'm just going to Spore the Solgaleo. So he's no longer full metal body. I could low sweep it and reduce its speed now, not that I really would want to or need to. I suppose I could skill swap the Incineroar and intimidate his Solgaleo now, couldn't I? That's just snarling. Okay. So, I only just picked that up because we skill swapped his full metal body. He didn't reduce, as you can see here, didn't reduce my Tapu Lele's special attack. Not that we really need the special attack for anything, but I think now is the turn that we swap the Lele out. Is it? I mean, the Adrenaline boost is good for the Rayquaza. But maybe we just, maybe we do just need to take care of this Solgaleo. So we're getting rid of Lele's speed boost, unfortunately. I'm not sure I really would have got anything out of intimidating both of his Pokemon via skill swap. I mean, it would have looked cool, but we would have just been, ticking down sleep turns and wasting them, really. Because we can't really touch Solgaleo with anything at the moment. So I do need to get Groudon in. And we'll see if Solgaleo wakes up here. It doesn't. Okay, so we've been quite fortunate with the sleep turns here. So this Groudon is actually fully special. Outside of gravity teams, I do really like Special Groudon actually. And because we did get that low sweep damage into Solid Glare, I'm pretty sure it's in range of anything now. We do know that Groudon is faster, because Groudon is faster than Breloom. So I'm just going to Erupt here, and Spore into the Solgaleo, just because that's the one that's, I think, more likely to swap into Rayquaza. And if it doesn't, then it's getting knocked out. But nope, it's Incineroar swapping out. I mean, the sun's gone, but this is still a full power eruption. And he wakes up and protects. Okay, so that was a good turn for him there. But I don't think there's really anything, if that is an Assault Vest Rayquaza, which, looking at that damage, maybe it is. There's not really anything that can stop me just protecting and sporing the Rayquaza, is there? Unless the Solgaleo goes for a Trick Room. I mean, I've been worried about this Trick Room, but I'm not sure it's coming. Oh, whoops, yeah, okay. Should have thought that turned through a little bit more. Rayquaza's Sash, Brilliant Sash has been broken by that Snarl from the Solgaleo, which means he can literally just knock out the Brilliant here. But it will get me a free switch back into Kangaskhan. I was just expecting like a waterfall, but I do imagine it'll just be a Dragon Ascent into Breloom. Or okay, or an Earth Power. That works. That definitely works. If he did knock Breloom out there, then I would have brought Kangaskhan in, I think. You might have seen I do have Rock Tomb on Kangaskhan, which actually, I mean, Kangaskhan has been getting very little use this year. Rock Tomb, I think, is brilliant on it because it is a higher base speed than Xerneas. You can Rock Tomb it as a Geomantis and still be faster next turn. And just for speed control on things like Rayquaza, it's fantastic. I do like it a lot. But, I think there's not really much that stops us just doubling here, is there? I'm going to low sweep the Rayquaza actually, just because if that stays in, it will put it definitely slower than Groudon and everything for the rest of the game. But yeah, we've managed to put everything to sleep, and it's just just submitted basically. So there you go. That's Lele and Breloom and Kangaskhan and Groudon doing some business. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how that one worked out. It turns out we didn't need Lunala in the end. I just thought Lunala is a very bulky Pokemon, and it does give just base that total power against something like Rayquaza. But let's look for one more opponent, and we'll see if we can win that again, obviously. But we'll see if Lunala can do some business. So yeah, there are some big holes with this team, which I am fully aware of. Mega Rayquaza, especially Assault Vest, is a big issue, but also Xerneas, when next to something that threatens Nihilego, that is faster than the things that I've got that would threaten that. I'm thinking Groudon, so like next to a really fast Groudon, or something in that, a Scizor or something like that. And if I've not got Lily, because Nihilego is really one of the main way, I suppose, that I can take care of Xerneas. I mean, I have got Rock Tomb and I can Spore it, and Groudon, although he's special, is still pretty good against it as well too. Lunala, Scarf's got a Trick, so I mean, it's not the only option against Xerneas, but if they've got a Xerneas, which this guy doesn't, Nihilego is very important, and if they can check Nihilego easily, then it's very tough for me. And actually, this looks like a nightmare for this team, to be completely honest. It really does. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is very tricky actually. So Rayquaza Kyogre teams are a pain, but also when they've got good Tailwind options, which Crobat is one of the best, this team doesn't have Tailwind. I can't stop him Tailwinding, and it kind of loses to opposing Tailwinds, really, which is a big oversight, but some of the time you can play around it, some of the time you can stop it. Against this, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Unless I do something like a Kangaskhan Lunala, fake out, Psyshock, go all in with something like that. I mean, Kangaskhan Brillium sort of works again, but he can just taunt. So I'm going to go Kangaskhan Lunala this time. I think Brillium is always necessary when they've got a Kyogre. But I'm going to go with Groudon, which is always tough against a Xerneas Kyogre team. Lele would be nice just for the terrain option so I can spore more things. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, they have got a Ferrothorn. I do sort of need Groudon. Crobat Kyogre. Okay. Now, this is the other question. What item has the Crobat got? If it's not Focus Sash, I can just go for a Helping Hand Psyshock and knock it out before it can do anything. If it is Focus Sash, a Fake Out Psyshock maybe gets it. If it's Piapa Berry, I don't think... maybe a Helping Hand Moongeist Beam. I think Focus Sash is the most common item on Crobat. So I'm going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to fake out a Crobat, which seems wacky enough, doesn't it? And Psyshock is the more powerful move against Kyogre, so I'm okay to be locked into Psyshock here. But he might just protect and Tailwind, just because Kangaskhan is a big physical threat. It does threaten Kyogre somewhat. But if this combination knocks out Crobat, we're actually looking okay. Is it weird to see me using Kangaskhan? Mega Kangaskhan. When no one else is using it. So yeah, Kyogre does protect. I hope this works out for us. I hope it's not Piapa Berry. So, come on Psyshock, be strong. I think it should be enough. Yeah, it is. Nice one. So that is one of the rare situations where going for a fake out into Crobat is actually the better move. That worked out perfectly for us. But is it going to be Rayquaza? I'm not sure because he kind of wants his rain at this point. Maybe it'll be Coco. Maybe it'll be Ferrothorn. No Intimidate. So maybe we just double into the Kyogre here. With a Frustration and Psyshock. Which I don't think will knock it out. But if it doesn't, it's going to be taking a lot of damage. And if it switches into Rayquaza, Rayquaza probably won't take it. And Kyogre is really, well, depending on Rayquaza's moves, the main thing they've got for my Groudon in the back. Okay, if this is Rayquaza coming in, it is. It's not going to appreciate this. And if Rayquaza goes down here, it means I have won the Weather War and my Groudon just wins the game. Kangaskhan, I'm pretty sure you're unhappy. This Frustration. Yeah, nice one. That's the game won. I'm pretty sure. And he just Leech Seeds the Lunala, which misses. It's a shame for him. He would have broken my Shadow Shield, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm not gonna switch Groudon in just in case, critical hits, and I don't really want to take unnecessary damage. So I'm just gonna double into the Kyogre. He will probably protect it because he knows that I'm locked into Psyshock. But if he does, the game's over anyway. So I did have Brillium in the back, which is obviously super effective against both of those. I did have my Groudon in the back, which would have won the Weather War and won the game for me. So I mean, what a brilliant showing for this team in these first two games. I'm sure as we do more, if the capture card stays working, you'll see the team fall apart. But that is exactly what I wanted to do with the team. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you like the team. I still like it, but I know it's bad. But anyway, so please subscribe. Please get my channel out there. Please help me out if you enjoy this content. And I'll see you on Wednesday for another Bazzle spot. We'll see if there's going to be showdowns in between. But Wednesday, Bazzle Spot Live. See you there. Bye for now.